I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. No, I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
What is going on, FM fam? How's everybody's week going? Ben, got some crazy weather coming through, but let's get started on this. What's up, Mark? How's it going, Mr. John? How's it going? Hello, FM fam. Shannon, what is going on? M, what's up? Mark, Shannon, Mark again, staying warm. Yes. We're about to hit some colder weather tonight. Well, in a couple hours, and then rolling into Saturday and Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. And it should be starting to warm up a little bit on Monday, but man, people here are going crazy. I don't know why. People are just they're dumb. They start panic buying, and it's insane. What up, Glow? ¿Qué onda? What's up, brother? It's been some time. How's it going? What's up, M? What's up, Flo? What's up, Mark? Again. Mic check, appreciate it. Miho, what's up, Theo? Hey, my generator is ready. Where are you from, Mark? I don't even know that. I don't even know where you're from, brother. It was negative 21 in Wisconsin last night. Holy Jesus. Dude, that is too cold. What's the wind chill over there? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Hold on, let me do something right quick. So, people are dumb. How you gonna cook if the weather makes a power turn off? Waste of bread, dude. That's what I'm saying. My chick had went to go get some stuff, right? To just a couple things. Because normally we do our groceries on Thursday, Friday, and everything was gone. I'm like, just get stuff like hot dogs and ham. Like, if it's really necessary to cook something, of course, we're in Texas, so every household should have a barbecue grill pit of some kind, right? Fuck, dude, what the hell? People buying up cases and cases of water. Like, don't act like y'all drink that much fucking water. Don't act. I mean, some people do, but come on. It's literally wild. New York, Hudson Valley. Oh, ooh. So this ain't nothing to y'all. Up north, cold 14, real feel -5, and lower already in 1 inch of snow still blowing. 14 inches and -4 real feel. Damn. I'm not too sure if we're gonna get any snow here. But I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. What's up, all? What up, Quick? I got water bricks ready. Hey, Quick. All right. So, should mechanics and advisors get along, and why is their relations so toxic? I want y'all's input on that because there's mechanics complain about advisors a lot. Advisors complain about mechanics a lot. Where's the happy medium? All right. Is it possible for technicians and mechanics to get along? Selfishness. What you mean? What you mean? I wonder what people were doing with all the before, and we buy at least 20 cases of water every time we stock up on stuff, even when there's not an outage. Who's we? At the dealer? Or I don't even know. Are you in the automotive industry still, Glow? 7 minutes from the house. All right, Quick. We'll be waiting on you, brother. Get home safe. Hey, Quick. They should get along. I'm thinking some advisors think they know more than the tech. Yeah. Have y'all ever met those advisors that worked as a technician for like a year or two and they think they know it all? Dishonesty. Yo, that's a big one right there. Oh my goodness. I feel like sometimes they make the technicians look bad, right? They will lie, they will do certain things to try to make us sell. And that's not good. Hey Dave, miscommunication all the time. Uh Another thing, not understanding what they're selling, and then so they'll ask us, right? And then they'll flip it and try to explain it in their own words. Like, no, just, you know, technicians nowadays, we're going to, for better words, dumb it down enough for a customer to understand because we understand that, customers don't really necessarily understand what we are saying or how systems work or what we are trying to sell. So when I'm trying to sell stuff, I try to dumb it down as far as I can, explain as much as I can, in order to hopefully make the advisor understand what it is so that he can tell the customer. But a lot of times they click that button that says send message to customer, and then they don't even communicate with the customer. It's all by emails and text messages. Should they? Yes. Will they? No. Why? Because one is under the hood, the other is customer service with complaining customers on commission. Um, I mean, technically, we're all on commission, unless you're an hourly paid technician. But uh, damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, but at the end of the day, you know, we do need to get along because each other's paychecks are tied into each other. So the advisor needs the mechanic to make recommendations on what to sell, what to recommend, and then the technician has to rely on the advisor to make that sell, right? To convince the customer that she should get this repair, why, and what it's going to do to their vehicle. Poop flows downhill. Advisors say mechanics aren't you done. Oh yeah, bro. Buying time. That is one of the biggest things. Buying time. I'm not saying to sell the customer time, more labor. No, buy us physical time, meaning if a repair takes 8 hours, tell the customer it's going to take at least a day and a half, right? 8 hours of work. You want to oversell it, meaning tell the customer it'll be ready in a day and a half. Like, let's say, what is it? What? Let's say we're doing front end work, right? Everything adds up to about 5 hours and it gets sold in the morning at 8 o'clock. Let the customer know, hey, it'll be done by the end of the day, 5, 6 o'clock, or pick it up in the morning. Get us enough time to be able to make that, finish the vehicle, start the vehicle, finish it without rushing us. We will get it done in a timely manner to where it's not going to put the advisor in a position to where the customer is blowing them up. Boom, boom. Oh my goodness. How's my car? How's my car? How's my car? That's one of the biggest issues is they don't know how to tell the customer, hey, we got your vehicle in the shop. We got it diagnosed. This is what it's going to take. If you approve this certain repair, which you came in for, it will be done, let's say, in a day, right? A transmission, 10 hours. Okay, you got to think there's 8 hours of work. There's 8 hours in a work day. So let them know, hey, it'll be done by the afternoon tomorrow. Don't say, oh yeah, we'll have it done by the end of the day today. Even though it could be possible, it may be possible, but don't make that promise if you're unsure of whether it's going to be done or not. Anything can happen. Something can break. A bolt can break. A connector can break. Anything can happen. Anything. Something goes wrong with the install. Something goes wrong with the programming. You just got to expect the unexpected. Yes, I had a manager at Ford who used to turn wrenches, but now they think they're all that as an advisor. And two, I hated that advisors would only give a lot of the jobs who they wanted to that were flag. The favoritism runs deep. Promising work before checking with the technician. Yo, my goodness. You know what's one of my biggest pet peeves? Is we come in, a lot of times technicians, they have their day already planned out, right? Especially if it's in the middle of the week. Sorry, guys, I'm getting over a sinus issue. I don't know if y'all still hear it. But we have our day pretty much planned out. So we're getting work approved. We got stuff from the previous day. And they want to bring in, I call it getting excited, all right? They get excited, meaning they jump the gun. SOP part comes in, which is a special order part, shows up. As soon as that part shows up, hey, customer, we got your part in. Can you bring it in right now? Okay. So we're, elbow deep in a freaking teardown. Let's say doing dash work, HVAC, transmission, dropping an engine. Hey, Fluff, remember that radio that we ordered 2 days ago? Yeah, it's here. What's here? The part? No, the vehicle's here. What do you mean the vehicle's here? Dude, can't you see I'm busy? I always tell the advisors, hey, if a part comes in, get with me to see when you want me to get with me so that I can tell you when to have it come in. Monday, tomorrow. Maybe it's slow right now. I'll tell them, bring it in right now. Or you know what? I'm doing this engine job. I should be done with it by tomorrow. So if they can bring it in tomorrow afternoon, I'll knock it out. Or the following day in the morning. That way I already have it made up in my mind. Like, hey, okay, I'm gonna get to work. That radio car should be here. So I'll knock that out and then jump on other stuff that I need to do. because we like to prioritize and manage our work throughout the day. But when somebody throws a freaking wrench in the wheel, in the tire, it screws up our whole day and it pisses us off. Yep. Ego and pride of one another. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Some advisors and techs are too friendly. Advisors feed the techs all the gravy. I don't. That's a touchy one. I 'Cause I've been one of those that got fed before, but I've been the one where I've been on both sides, and it sucks. It really does suck being on the opposite side of where you feel like you're getting starved, if you will. Fluff is the gravy tech. Oh, Mr. Nismo. That too. Favoritism runs deep all the time. Unsure what happened to the last guy that didn't get along with me. Haven't seen them in years. A lot of the advisors that I have that I didn't like, I'm picky on my advisors. But I know a lot of them I never heard from them. I'm in the same spot. Never heard from them again after they left where we were. And what's funny is the ones I didn't like didn't last more than a freaking year, more than 6 months. I remember there was one guy, I won't say his name, but he came in cool as hell. He acted like he was cool, like, oh yeah, that customer, yeah, nah, they're not gonna get one over on me, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm on your side. It's dead as hell in the shop. It's COVID time. Dead in the shop. Like this is when COVID first dropped. So me and the guys we're just hanging out in the shop. What are we to do? We had RC cars at the shop. We had to make the best of our day with no work, right? And Call of Duty, this game, Call of Duty Mobile had came out, right, on the cell phones. And so we're on that playing, enjoying ourselves, playing uh it sounds wrong, playing with each other on Call of Duty Mobile. This dude comes in the shop, y'all ain't fucking working, blah, 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 blah," recording us, and then shows our manager, and the manager's like, "What do you want them to do? Are you selling them work? Are you writing tickets for them?" Most of the time, a lot of technicians and the good technicians that are in the shop, if they're hanging out, not doing much, it's probably because there ain't nothing to do. If there's shit for the technician to do, the technician will be doing it, right? So a lot of advisors like to put blame on the techs. We're not lube techs. We're mainline techs, okay? So we're as soon as we get a vehicle and we're freed up, we're gonna pull that vehicle in as soon as we can, pull it in, get it diagnosed, get you the estimate, because we know time is of the essence. We diagnose that vehicle, get the estimate in, get it to you. It shouldn't take 2 days to make that sell. I remember back a few years ago, we're getting same day approvals. Now with the extended warranty, it's getting a bit difficult, but we're getting same day approvals. Locate to my first 2, 3 vehicles, and I hit on 2 out of the 3. Whether it was a couple basic upsells and check engine light issue, tune up or whatever, coil, some control arms, whatever. But we're able to get vehicles in and out. Now it's freaking hard, man. It is so hard. One gets paid by the customer, never deals with how hard it is. And climate control, the other gets paid by the company to turn wrenches and convince the advisor's reality they don't want to hear. Oh my goodness. The last part, convince the advisor's reality they don't want to hear. Some advisors hate hearing that the customer's vehicle's all tore up. They get scared. They get scared to try to sell something to the customers. Why are you scared? It's not your money. Stop pocket watching. It's not your finances. So, but at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know what you mean by one gets paid by the customer and the other gets paid by the company. Ultimately, we all get paid by the company. Customer first, of course. Without the customer's payment, neither of us get paid. How long will a brake line change take? Well, it depends. You're right, Mark. It does depend. Quick, finally catching a live stream. Good evening, all y'all. What is going on, Country Mile Garage? It's been a while. Hey, Theo. Hey, Theo. If y'all don't know who Theo is, that's Country Mile, Mark, Shannon, Dave, M. Interruptions drive me nuts, bro. Yes. Communication is key as well. Oh, fuck. Fluff is the gravy tech. No, I'm not. Warranty. And these NV recalls, oh man. I'm actually starting not to mind them because they do pay good and they're quick and easy. But I've been running into issues with aftermarket fuel pumps that I can't do the recall on, and it's always a stop. Get with the customer, see what they want to do, buy a pump, not buy a pump. I genuinely forgot how to deal with a recall that has an aftermarket part on it. What I mean by that, the manufacturer, the OEM pump, right, has a recall, and we perform that recall on that manufacturer part because there's a defect, right, or there's an issue. And when there's a aftermarket part installed, how are we going, or not we, but how is the manufacturer going to cover warranty or cover a recall on a part that isn't theirs? And of course, if we don't perform the recall, then the recall stays open. But I could have sworn there was a way to make that recall, to end the recall on that particular vehicle. I just don't remember. I mean, like I said, we used to do these on Armadas, Titans, Frontiers, Xteras, Pathfinders. Armada, Titan, Frontier, Pathfinder, Xterra. Yeah. It was a fuel level sensor recall. When we'd pull a pump and find out, oh, it has an aftermarket pump, our fuel level sensor would not fit on an aftermarket pump. So we'd run into an issue there, and I can't remember what the hell we would do. I feel like we would claim the recall because there's no way of telling, right? There's no way of telling that it has an aftermarket pump. So I want to say we'd claim the recall, give the customer the option to buy a new pump, perform the recall on that new part, and then claim the recall and ship it. And if they didn't, then we'd claim the recall and stayed in there. Recall performed, aftermarket pump installed. Could not perform recall on said part because it's aftermarket, and they would finalize that recall per that VIN. I want to say that's what happened, but I just don't freaking remember. I can play my time way better than someone who is just responding to outside stuff. Just tell me what is coming, but let me manage my workflow. Yes, that is the biggest part. Yep, part of it is being mentally ready for the job. And some of them were like, man, I'm dreading this one. I'm dreading this one. And then they drop it on you when you're in a good mood too. You got some stuff rolling. You finally got some approvals. And then boom, this problem vehicle's coming in that you didn't know about. Let me know about it. Advisors that don't have the balls to control the process, let customers push them around, cause schedule, and flag problems are the ones I don't like. They are your customer. You are in charge, not them. Oh man, that is so hard because a lot of service departments let the customers run them. I know where it is a good time to pause and break in to do another thing. Yes, absolutely correct. Let me find that stopping point. That's right, Mark. Mark 100. Service advisors we called. Oh goodness, y'all can read that. What? I think we should be friends with advisors. I feel Was there more to that? Quick, Wrenching Mafia, what is going on, Wrenching Mafia? When you gonna get on stream with us, bro? Damn, it's been a minute. It's been forever, actually. Hey, Wrenching, might try harder for us when we are in good terms. Very true, very true, very true, very true. Hello, Shannon. Let's hit the like button. Yes, please hit that like. I mean, I've had great relations with advisors in the past too. Some advisors that just suck. But they were cool and they were, they didn't give you issues. It was just they couldn't sell, but they would communicate with you. And they'd be honest with you. They'd be upfront with you. Hey man, I really think this customer is just bullshitting, but can you check it out for me? Yeah, man, I got you. I got you, bro. And then there's those ones that'll be like, oh, this is just a recall. You get the recall, right? You're thinking it's gonna be a quick program. And then you open up the ticket, complaint. Dude, what the fuck, man? I got off this job because you asked me to take care of a quick recall for you. And now I'm having to diagnose all this other shit. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, that happens. And to them, it's it's work. No, it's not work. Did you sell Diag? Or it's fucking warranty. Worst one. Can't wait till you hit 100K soon, brother. Oh man, I know. Hopefully, real freaking soon. I'm waiting. I'm excited. We're about to hit 91K. I don't even know where we're at right now. Actually, let me check on that. Because I think I was at 995, 90,995 when I got on. Where are we at? Oh, 996. Damn. We're almost there. We'll hit that 91K. If I hit 91K in January, hopefully 92K in February, 93K, and hopefully by Christmas we'll be at that 100K. Hopefully I get a YouTube plaque for Christmas. That's what I want. What was I gonna do? Copied. You want to jump on Wrenching? Or are you busy? Oh, cancel that. Man, I wanted to be on right at 9 o'clock, guys, and I freaking story of my life. I fell asleep. I freaking fell asleep, and then my old lady woke me up. She's like, "Hey, it's 9 o'clock." I'm like, "Oh, what? Oh, damn! I gotta get on." I don't want to break my. I don't know if y'all are in here, but my New Year's resolution, right? I'm putting out a couple more videos a day and meeting the Friday night lives every week. We're at 3 in a row so far, right? 3 in a row. Yeah, I think we're on our third in a row this year for Friday. So hope to keep that alive. Need to keep that alive, actually. Glad you have the regular Friday live. Yeah, me too. Hopefully it gets back to where it was, man. I don't know if y'all remember, man. We used to get quite a bit of people in here. It's weird to think that there's 90,000 people that have hit that subscribe button, right? And then in the lives, we're at 21 right now. I saw it creep up to about 24, 25 live stream viewers. But it's so weird how they, people don't really come into the lives. It's a bit odd to me. I don't know if YouTube just doesn't push them out or what. Like Supra, where the hell is Supra? Normally he's here, which he'll probably show up here in a little bit. Once YouTube decides to send him the notification. But yeah, the live streams are always kind of slow. And we used to get up there in the high 30s, high 40s. And then I fell off on the lives and then brought them back. So hopefully it starts getting up there again. Theo's leaving. I'm heading out. Y'all have a good night. Stay warm. Yes, sir, Country Mom. Appreciate you coming through. The regularity means a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. It feels good to know that. It's the highlight of my week. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate it. I mean, y'all could be doing whatever else on a Friday night, but to be here listening to my damn voice, hearing us bullshit, I mean, it's cool. Stay warm, Theo. Have a great night. And people don't understand, like, when there's content creators that you look up to or that you just enjoy watching, the live streams, if they do live streams, that is a great opportunity for y'all to actually interact, because we see so many comments across the board. And we might not remember you unless you're like constantly commenting and commenting and commenting. Then when you come in the live streams, we actually get to know y'all and get familiar with y'all. Like, Mark and Shannon, Country Mom, M, and Beef Snorkel. He's been coming in the live streams quite a bit lately. There's been so many people. John of Some Trades, he's been in the live streams for a couple years. That's how I started meeting a bunch of these other creators, because they'd pop in. So it's cool. I like it. Night, Theo. I got notified you were on at around 9:45. That's about when I had set the stream to go live. So you got notified at the right time. I'm getting ad bombed like 6 already. Dude, what the fuck? That is so weird. Hang with other techs and learn stuff. Get opinions different than mine so I can be more open-minded. I watch these lives camping with Starlink like I am right now, my peeps. Oh, you're camping right now. Oh, that's what's up, bro. Damn, where you at? 'Cause, like, half the country is about to freaking go crazy. I'm ancient, but do learn stuff from you. Hey, that's what's up. This new bullshit that comes out on these vehicles. What's up, love? Hope all is well. Master Tech, what's going on? Been a minute since I seen you, I believe. How you doing, bro? I made a post on my channel for your live stream. Let's get some traffic flowing. Hey, appreciate that, Wrenching. I'll be on in a minute. All right, quick. Southern Utah, homie. I lived in OKC for about 7 years before. Utah. I've been to Utah. I used to go to when I lived in Idaho, when I was like knee high to a grasshopper, we'd go to the Salt Lake Zoo, and then we'd go to don't get mad if I butcher this. Ogden, right? For Lagoon, the amusement park out there. I want to say it's Ogden, or maybe it's in Salt Lake. I don't remember, but I know we used to go to Lagoon quite a bit. Salt Lake City Zoo, and then of course when we'd have family fly in, we'd drive from the freaking small ass town in southern Idaho to Salt Lake, which was about 2.5 to 3 hours. We'd send down there, or go down there, and I liked Utah. Send link fluff. All right, Shannon. You said it right. LOL. Yes, sir. Been a minute. Glad to see you back on Friday Night Live. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. I don't understand how we make the video inspection and explain everything. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Oh, you're about to bark up that tree. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Oh, I'm not ready for this. I put out a video. I don't know how many of y'all saw that, about this whole video multi-point inspection deal. Oh, it's really starting to grind my gears. I don't understand how we make the video inspection and explain everything about what the customer needs fixed on the vehicle. Most time, the advisor just clicks the send to customer, and we do most of the jobs. The advisor, okay, that video, those videos are supposed to help aid, right? Give them a a visual. But at the same time, they want these, like I said, a visual inspection for the customer so they can see what the issue is, to be transparent, to be open with the customers. But in every part of management and people who are advocating for video multi-points, oh well, explain what the part does, explain what the good part does, explain what the bad part is doing, and how it helps benefit the vehicle. What? So I'm verbally recording it, making sure I don't fuck up what I'm saying. And then if you, like me, I have a hard time explaining sometimes. And I will, y'all hear it on live. I'll be like, right. So when you're trying to explain that to a customer, it comes across as, um, you're not confident, you're stuttering, you're unsure, you don't sound confident in what you're trying to sell. That can actually hurt a possible sell by the technician fucking up what he was saying or sounding unconfident or uninterested in the customer's vehicle. That can hurt the sell. Or over explaining it to where the customer now feels dumb. I've had a bunch of those complaints. Damn, I'm sorry. Oh, I know what that is, and yeah, they don't have to explain it. I'm like, okay, fine, fuck. Let the advisor do their job. It worked in the past. Why can't it work now? Why are we relying on so much technology? And then when the technology is gone or something happens, oh my goodness, they lose their shit. They don't know what to do. Man, lost my ability to chat, no ads. But I had to get out and back in. Oh, yeah, YouTube does some weird stuff. Thanks for the shout. Yep. I feel you dealer techs on those VMI, brutal. This Master Tech, it's not only dealerships that do it. There are independent shops, chain shops that are doing that shit too. They're adopting the video multi-point inspections. It just doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. You're not paying a technician for a lot of, I hear from the older guys that have been in the business since before a multi-point inspection was a thing, that they gave a lot of resistance. Oh, that's a waste of time, blah 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 blah. Which, okay, yes, the multi-point is a waste of time, but it is a security thing, right? So and a way to sell. So why are we doing redundant shit? Choose one or the other. Either have me do a video multi-point inspection or the digital multi-point inspection. I don't want to do both, because then I'm just having to backtrack what I did. So when you do a video multi-point inspection, you're diagnosing the vehicle. You're going through what it needs and documenting that. Then you want me to go back, re-go through my steps to explain to a customer what happened, what's wrong with their vehicle, and how to fix it. You want me to double back. But yet you want these diagnoses, estimates up to the front to the advisor in a timely manner. What's a timely manner anymore? I spend 30 to 45 minutes looking at a vehicle that has 100,000 miles on it, writing up the estimate. That's just on a DVI, or a DVI, MPI, a digital multi-point inspection. We're having to add parts. We're having to.
Are you still doing video inspections?
No, not where I'm at right now.
Oh, I was gonna say that video inspection thing you were talking about. Fuck that. They're lucky they're getting a digital inspection where we take pictures, let alone like a video. I ain't doing no damn videos.
If we really deem it necessary, we'll send the advisors pictures for them to pass on to the customer.
Oh, I take pictures of shit. I got no problem taking pictures with the tablet, but I've heard of these coaching guys, business coaches saying, "Oh, you got to do a video recording." Well, fuck that. I'm not a producer.
Oh.
I'll take some pictures, man.
And it's different for me too, because like I have to just.
There we go. The
I don't have to fucking bow down to them, right, and submit to them. But I kind of do it because they're allowing me to do my thing on the with YouTube, at my other dealer. But I resist. I do resist, but it is so hard, man. And I feel bad for the guys that are camera shy. A lot of people ain't built for the camera. They're not built for speaking.
I hate cameras.
I do too. I hate taking pictures. I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but when it comes to this stuff, I've gotten used to it. And that's what makes the video multi-point inspections for me easier, is because I'm already talking to the camera. I'm already talking to an imaginary.
I have no problem talking in front of a camera because I used to be a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the way up until I left. I used to be a trainer for Firestone until I left in 2016. It's going to be 10 years since I left coming up.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of guys ain't built for it. So
it was weird at first talking to a group of young kids, or not all of them are young, but talking to a bunch of new employees that never really did a whole lot of automotive yet, and being stuck in a classroom. They're all looking at me.
Yeah,
like, what are you going to teach us?
I mean, I will even though I say it kind of comes easy for me to speak into the camera, but I will never advocate for it. Look, I was in a webinar, right? On Wednesday, they held a webinar, and there were different shop managers and service directors and foremans in there saying, "Oh yeah, it's boosted my last year numbers 1,000 hours a year, 1,000 hours more in 25 than in 24." Where do you get those numbers from? How do you know the video?
What boosted? You talking about video inspection?
Yeah. How do you know that inspection created 1,000 more hours that year? 1,000 hours in a year is not a lot.
They don't know.
They don't know. They're just pulling it out their ass.
That's too much of that's too small a sample. What you'd have to, who could tell you something like that and probably prove something like that? I mean, you could try to prove that in a one-man, like a one-shop environment. Mm-hmm. You could probably prove it at some point that the video inspections are making a difference or helping. But if you contacted, say, I don't know how much is corporate owned by Midas, but like Midas, Meineke, Tuffy, they are franchisees and corporate owned, so they have a lot of stores throughout the country. If they suddenly implemented it, they should see a difference whether it's helping or not helping when it comes to selling add-ons. Right up versus average RO.
The only way to really know
a company like Firestone that I left, having over 2,500 stores nationwide.
Yeah, but their customers are always changing, so that's not a good metric.
These Firestone, they're only as good as the techs that work at that shop. That's one thing that sucks.
In my opinion, the only way to really get it, look, you have the customer, right? You have the same customers over and over. Don't try it on new customers. You use your old customers that you're trying to sell, right? So one time, and their finances have to be the fucking same. Their debt has to be the same.
I don't think a digital inspection does a damn thing for a regular customer that already is very familiar with, one, the technician, say me, and even two, my sales associate, my service writer, my service advisor. And my service advisor, if it's a customer that's very familiar with me, my service advisor, I'm not trying to discount him. I appreciate everything he does. I always tell my customers that have gotten to know me over the years, that trust them, they'll treat you right, blah, blah, blah. So I'm never worried that they're talking to them. But honestly, I don't need them. I don't need a service writer to take care of it. But my regular customers trust me enough. I built that trust with them that if I tell them that this is what's wrong and you need it, I'm willing to show them in person, take them under their car, whatever. I'll take a video. I'll show them pictures and hey, that's what you can see right there.
Yeah.
Leaking or this. I don't think it would make a difference in the sale of a repair for me. They basically, I call a customer up and say, "Hey, Dan, it's $1,800. I hate to tell you, it's $1,800. I got to do this. Dude, he'll stop me. When will it be done? I have it done tomorrow by 2. All right, I'll see you. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'll see you Monday morning. I'll pick it up Monday morning. That's the type of customer that I have. They just I'll be there when it's done. Let me know.
It's just there's too many.
There's a lot of variables. Not you're mentioning that.
It's too many variables to what actually works.
I mean, like you get what I'm saying though. With a regular customer that you deal with on a consistent basis, or your service writer deals with consistently, would it matter if they had a digital inspection or video inspection, whatever you want to call it?
No, the most important thing is just building trust.
Them hearing their words, it wouldn't matter.
That's why I'm saying you'd have to have the same customers over and over and over. And okay, you know what? Last visit, we didn't do a digital multi-point inspection, or a year ago we didn't. Or I'm sorry, a video multi-point. We didn't do it that video, but this time we did, and they ended up buying anything. Nothing's changed in their finances, in their pocketbook, but because they saw it, now they bought it. Okay, you know what? Maybe that worked. But you're constantly getting new customers. Your customers are always changing. Finances are always changing. With the rate of inflation, people's incomes are just doing this. So there's no real way of telling, does a multi-point inspection work? Now, when it comes to, this one shop manager that said, 1,000 hours in a year, you get 10 techs, right? You got 1,000 hours in a year. Divide that by 52 weeks. That's 1.9 hours per technician a week on a 10-man shop. 1.9 hours. That's just an average if that was evenly spread.
You know where you improve profits with the digital inspection?
By charging.
Well, charging is fancier, but I'll tell you who really benefits from it, because I know I still talk to people I used to work with.
Ooh.
Like a company like Firestone that I used to work for, they all went like a year ago to digital inspection, not videos, just digital. It's all digital. They're not no paper. And they are supposed to take pictures of stuff like say brakes are grinding, picture of it.
Yeah.
Car's smashed, pick a picture of it. If check engine lights on, they're supposed to document it. I've never been through one of their digital inspections, but I'm sure it's similar to what we're using. Our company is my owner's using a program and a software. And I can't remember what our tablets are. Our tablets are Microsoft something. I forget what the fuck they call them. But Firestone, think of this. They got over 2,500 stores unless they've closed a bunch. I heard they were closing some. I don't know. Say they got over 2,000 stores. That's a very safe number. They got well over 2,000 stores, corporately owned, nationwide. Do you know how much money they're saving in just paper and printer ink by not printing up every receipt, not printing up every estimate? By sending it all digitally across? Think of all the paper they're saving across 2,000 stores.
Okay, so
paper ain't cheap.
Yeah, but with that, what's the cost of the?
Well, software? Internet probably doesn't change it all. The software probably is a one-time cost, and the tablets.
It's a subscription, actually.
Yeah, but the tablets they don't give a shit about something happening.
No, I'm
they
talking
build
about
all back to the store. They build all back.
Talking about the apps.
Yeah.
The software they're using,
I don't know
for
what they're
a
using.
year, 2 years.
I don't know what they're using. I know a guy that he's a manager of a toughie. I forgot the fuck he told me they're using.
And then it, even though they have 2,500 stores, okay, our software for this subscription covers 10 stores. So how many subscriptions do they got to buy?
Just to clear the air real quick before anybody gets Leeser, unless I'm wrong, BFT did not go back to a.
Yeah, he told us last time that he's independent.
He's independent. He works for BFT works for a fleet, right?
Oh, I don't know. He just said he was independent.
Yeah, he works. He's a fleet. He's in charge of a fleet. You might have seen a video he did maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe a little longer than 2 years ago.
No,
Decided to go back to a dealer.
No, he had went back to a dealer about 6 months ago.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, but he went back to independent.
It was short though. It was real short.
As I say, the video he's seen is probably old.
But yeah, there's no real metrics, and maybe they are saving on the paper, but
no, I'm just the ink probably more than anything.
But the thing is, and then I heard one guy, he goes, if your techs are showing resistance to doing the video multi-points, tie it into their pay. So once they see they're not getting paid, they'll start doing it. No, that's the worst thing you can do to a tech. Once you start docking their pay because they're not doing it.
I'm so sick and tired of the way the business, the industry. I'm telling you, Fluff. I'm telling everybody. I think this is the year that's going to break the industry. I think by June this year, there's going to be so many shops out there that honestly they're like, oh my God, I have no employees. I can't hire nobody. Nobody's even knocking on my door. I put things, help wanted out. I got things on, I don't know, Indeed, whatever else, websites. The applicants I'm getting, don't have experience. I really think enough left the industry in the last year or so, and I think enough will leave this coming year and throughout the year, that there's going to be such a lack of experience in the industry and such a shortage. It's just going to become blatantly obvious. You're going to see wages going up. You're going to see competition for technicians. I'm seeing it here in Metro Detroit already.
The thing with these video multi-points, if they want to push them and make them mandatory, it needs to be paid. Well, it needs to be paid because they're not paying for this. They're not paying for this service. They're not paying for this phone. So to make me do something that for a service that you're providing that you're not providing, some places provide tablets or whatever. But if you expect me to use my own device, I want compensated. Not only that, that takes time. So pay me 2 tenths, 3 tenths, not 1 tenth, but a couple tenths per video that I do. Well, or make it into a bonus.
You guys don't use
a non-negotiable bonus.
You're not using tablets?
No, a non-negotiable bonus to where it doesn't get taken away.
Is there such
thing? This is a video multi-point bonus.
Is there
such how much you're gonna get?
Is there such a thing as a Microsoft Surface tablet?
I have no idea. You know how hard it is to do it with the tablet being bigger, getting into tighter spots.
Well, taking the pictures is harder. That's what we're using as tablets. I think they're Surface tablets or what.
When I show shit on YouTube,
they have them in a case, so I don't know what they are, but I think somebody said they're Microsoft Surface tablets. I don't know. I'm not into tablets. I don't know another.
No, it just doesn't work.
But the tablets we were using aren't that big. They're probably, I don't know. I guess big enough.
Yeah.
Half a sheet of paper says the size of our tablet.
The size of a sheet of paper.
Half the size.
Half the size. Okay, so it's probably like
roughly it's the size of our tablets.
Little 7-inch, 8-inch tablet.
Yeah, something like that. I think somebody said they're Microsoft Surfaces, or like I said, I don't know tablets. I know
Microsoft Surface does sound familiar.
It could be a computer too. The Surface, I don't know.
Then when it gets approved, the advisors try to show off how much they sold. Like, bro, you only sold that because I recommended it. Kudos to you for making the sale, but that's the thing too. All right. Advisors aren't going to sell if they don't have the advisor. Advisors aren't going to sell if they ain't got the text to recommend the work. Yeah, gone are the days when we brought the customer into the garage to point stuff out. I mean, we still do that from time to time if the customer really wants to see and they're at the facility. But all in all, I believe the video multi-point inspection is to make the advisor's job easier. Because, they want us to explain what's going on with the vehicle. That takes time away from the advisor being on the phone explaining, trying to sell it. Because in managers' heads, in the shot callers' heads, if they're not on the phone as much, if they're not at their computer as much, they're able to write up cars quicker and get them into the shop quicker. That's the whole thing. The write up process. They want it to be as fast as possible. They don't want the customers waiting in cars and stuff. It's nothing to make the technician's job easier. It's always to make an advisor's job easier. That's what I feel like. That's my opinion on it. I might be wrong. I could be wrong. But
Maybe you should wear a nice pair of pants and a white shirt with a tie in the back shop, and they'll worry about making your job easier. I often think that's why they make the service writer's job easier, because they're dressed a little differently.
maybe
I have no idea why they make their job easier and ours harder.
that's exactly why I started
Where's
talking about
Sergio
it.
at? Where's Sergio at, man? Maybe it's because the service advisors are a bunch of crybabies.
Yeah, for Sergio.
Maybe the techs really don't cry that much. We just cry a little bit, but they know if they made them do more for the same pay, they would just cry like super bitches.
That's exactly why I stopped talking in my videos. I take a video starting at their license plate, glance over at the car, other pictures. Advisors can do all the drawing. I mean, hell, I gave examples. I was able to fish up some videos I had done, because I used to save all customers' videos and put them in, with my YouTube stuff. But then it started taking up too much space, so I deleted a lot of stuff. And somehow I found 3 videos. And yeah, I mean, my process never changed, but and I'd get commended by customers. Oh, that was a good video, appreciate it. I like how you explain it, blah blah blah. And then they decline everything, and I'm just like, man, all that effort for no reward, for no freaking reward. I mean, I don't know how y'all as consumers feel about it. If y'all appreciate it. Some just don't care. And older folks, they don't know how to view the videos. They don't know how to work all that stuff. They want you to talk to them. They want you to get on the phone or explain it in person. They don't know how to click on the link and how to navigate these softwares. Our company is making it so as soon as we submit the inspection, it goes straight to the customer. Then if customer has a question, that's when they contact the advisor. It's crazy. No follow-up by the advisor.
We could do that. We could do that, have it immediately, like the minute the technician at our shop submits the inspection, we could have a copy immediately go to the customer's email, like a portion of the inspection. It wouldn't be the exact inspection my service writer see. It'd be kind of a overview of the inspection that we did, along with any pictures we took, would go to the customer's email, or we could have it text message to them if we so choose to do that. But when we had our store or shop meeting, it was anonymous that we would leave sending that information to the customer up to the service writer. Because the last thing the service writer wants to do is get that phone call saying, "Yeah, I just got the email. How much is it?" Well, they haven't priced it out yet. And then we don't need customers calling and bitching that we're sending them text messages. And I don't know. We just decided we'd send it by email only. And otherwise, we will call the customer and verbally speak to them, that we weren't just going to be automatically sending them shit just so they can, like I said, we don't want them calling us saying, "Yeah, I just saw my inspection. How much is it going to be? What's wrong with my car?" And the service writer hasn't even done anything yet, because the tech submit the work order. It went to the customer, but the service writer may be busy. We've got 3 or 4 other tickets to do first. So we just decided we'll send it as we want to send them to the customer.
Yeah. We use Wrenchen, what software do y'all use? Y'all use Xtime, DealerTrack, DealerLogix? What do y'all use? I know with Xtime it did something similar to where as soon as the estimate got sent to the to the advisor, it got sent to the customer at the same time too. So they weren't waiting on the advisor to send it.
You can shut that off.
Sometimes advisors slack. They don't send the video out. They don't send the multi-point out in time. Let's see.
So like I said, according to our guys that take care of all that shit on the software end, they claim you can turn it on, turn it off. You have it go by text, by email, by both. Have it do it automatically when the text submits the ticket to the front service writers.
Mhm.
Have the service writers hit a button that sends it to. There's all kinds of ways. It's just how you want to set it up. Like it doesn't. There's a way to turn it off. Like X
I
time
see that glow.
right away. There's a way to shut it off.
Glow got us on the big screen. For your answer, advisors pay is 100% about customer satisfaction, customer interaction, while the mechanic's pay depends on his ability, his quality of work, but never speaks to the customer. Yeah, but it's still the customer's money that is paying us.
How do you
And
pay? How do you pay as a service advisor about satisfaction and customer interaction? I mean, how do you come up with a pay rate on that?
It's all commission shit.
Well, that's commission, but it's still gonna be commission.
So,
off
like,
sales.
Okay, so this is how it is so shitty. So if they captured an email, right? If they got the customer's email, that's 0.25% of their commission. If they what the fuck? If they had at least one ASR approved, that's 0.25, average per RO, 0.25% added on their commission. It's just a variable of different things to add up to their commission pay. So let's say they'll have a base pay of 4.5% with all these little extra stuff, or if they hit
What do you
let's say
figure?
tire sales, if they hit that goal, then they get an extra 0.25.
What do you figure? One of your good service advisors make a year?
Oh, here where I'm at, I don't know.
Because I've seen that all over the place. Like I've known guys that say we're at I'm trying to think, a Jaguar or Volvo dealer, not too far from where we're at, claim those service advisors make 150 to 200,000 a year. And if you go say that to one of the guys that works at a Chevrolet dealer or a Chrysler dealer or a Ford dealer, they'll tell you they're full of fucking shit. That you're lucky if you make 100 grand a year as a service advisor.
I think it just depends on their.
And then some will say you're lucky if you make 60 grand a year as a service advisor.
Because there's some places that'll pay a percentage on commission for the whole ticket, on labor hours only, on gross profit only.
Yeah, Wrench and Mafia just put up our top service makes close to 200K. I'll tell you right now, you cannot find a service advisor, a service manager. You cannot find a service manager at a GM, Ford, Chrysler, Nissan, Toyota, Honda dealer here in Metro Detroit, at least that I know of, that makes even close to 200K. And that would be the service manager. They'd be lucky if they're making 120 a year.
Where I was,
no service writer is going to make 200K a year.
Where I was, he was making close to 200. Our advisors, there were times where an advisor would make more than the service manager for that month. So 15, close to 20 grand a month.
Like I said, I've had some guys tell me about like Volvo. I know Volvo.
It's
Jaguar,
possible.
But I've never heard that like on your common car.
But it just all depends on the type of work that's being sold. You got to remember.
Well,
you got to remember 5 years ago.
We're in Metro Detroit. Most of our dealers have too many service advisors. So the opportunity might be there to make money, but you might be working with 7 or 8 other service advisors.
Yeah.
I mean, how many do you have at your dealer?
3.
3 would be a small ass dealership here.
So
you pull an average GM dealer, you're going to see at least 6 fucking people to talk to.
I'm sure area is definitely going to make.
Well, San Antonio, this area of Texas is well populated. It's not like it's in the middle of nowhere.
You know, you take that and versus maybe California where everything is high priced. Yeah. They're going to pay them more, of course, but
like I said, it all depends on the type of commission they're on. You know, some advisors don't even get paid warranty work.
Well, it's not uncommon for a dealer. It's not uncommon for a dealer to totally fucking change their pay structure too.
Oh,
and
they
all of a
changed
sudden
it.
they lose all their guys, and then they fill up with a bunch of new guys that came from another dealership. That's the thing I don't like about a dealership. I don't know. You seem to have been stable, Fluff, where you're at. You seem to be somewhat stable, even though you just changed dealers.
Yeah.
But here in Metro Detroit, it's like a revolving door at most of these dealerships. Not all, but a large percentage.
No. Yeah,
it's a
you're
revolving door,
correct.
both sales and the service end of it. They're just revolving doors.
There's a couple advisors that stick around for quite some time. Like,
but technicians, I'm saying too, to text.
The advisor
you see at the Ford dealer, 2 weeks from now, they're down to Chevy dealer.
Yeah.
Then they're over at this freaking Buick dealer. Then they're over at the Cadillac dealer. Then they're back at a Chrysler dealer.
Our 2 tenured advisors at my previous dealership, they were there for quite some time. One of them was there a year less than me because he started a year after I did, until he got let go a year before I left over some bullshit. Then the one that passed away, he was there 8 years, but he was a top advisor. He sold. He wasn't afraid to sell. Yeah, there were those customers that he felt bad for, but you know what? He knew that his job or his pay depended on what he sold. So
see,
it varies a lot. And my store was a busy store. We were number 1 in our area, in our district. And then shit hit the fan. But you got to remember also, from 2013-ish, when the newer body styles in 2013 started rolling out, to about 2018, 2019, the Altima, Sentra, Pathfinder, Murano, all those were having CVT issues. So we're busting, I shit you not, at least 2 per technician a day. And if you were CVT rebuild certified, we're busting out 2 or 3 a week for rebuilds. Plus extended warranty upsells, plus customer pay upsells, plus services. So I mean, they made money.
I think that's another thing you're going to see a slight change on is the warranty pay. I think the whole Jim Farley from Ford going on freaking Yahoo Business, whatever that interview.
Appreciate
and everybody
that,
ragging his ass. I think that kind of opened up a can of worms for Ford, and I think other companies will follow.
Yeah, Nismo, you want a link? You want to try this, Mr. Nismo, Mr. L Zord? Let's hit the like button. Appreciate that, Wrenching Mafia. Let's get it, Master Tech. Appreciate those super chats, fellas. I don't know. I feel like warranty is gonna come up a little bit, but at the same time, CP times are coming down too.
Yeah, it is. It sucks. I had it's funny you say that. I had a customer today, regular customer, kind of made a little mistake to me, and he said, you guys charged me this many hours of labor to do the oil cooler on my Jeep Grand Cherokee, and he's like, I said yes to the job at this time. I got a phone call saying the car was done at this time. I don't think you guys worked on it for as long as you charged me labor. I said, well, how many hours of labor did it say we charged you? And he says, well, nobody told me how many hours. And I just said to him, I said, Dan, I said, you got to get a surgery done. Doctor tells you you're going to be under the knife, knocked out, and they're going to knock you out. You're going to be under the knife for roughly 8 hours. I said, they wake you up and you realize only 6 hours has passed since they knocked you out. And they tell you the surgery went absolutely perfect. It couldn't have gone smoother. It couldn't have gone better. Do you complain about what the doctor charged you because you were woken 2 hours earlier than you thought you were going to be woken? They said 8 hours. They woke you up after 6. Said everything went smooth as could be. You're ready. You all done? I said, no, you're happy as hell that you're fixed up and you're still alive. And he stopped me. He goes, I got the point, Dave. The car's fixed. Thank you. He was trying to argue me like, I think you overcharged me. It took too long. Or you did it too quick. And I'm like, I said, I don't know anybody that complains when they get told it's gonna be about 8 hours done in 6 and everything went great. I don't hear anybody wanting a refund or bitching you went too fast, or everybody's thankful they woke back up, and 2 happy to hear that it went good.
Yep. It's crazy how they're okay with one but not the other. It's just because it's something about their cars that they just.
It's a mindset.
Yeah. Good day, happy Friday, and happy Australia Day, long weekend 2026. Hope all the Holden, Commodores, and Ford Falcons are running sweet for the break. Enjoy the celebration, cold drinks, and a good time. I got some sweet cars out there.
Do you know in Europe? Those people like in Germany, Italy, England, and all, they're not so nasty when it comes to having to repair their car with a lot of money in their car. It's like they're programmed different. They respect. They respect that technician.
It's like here, right? They don't have money. Wait, they don't have money to repair their cars. There's freezes coming. Guess what? The fucking grocery stores are empty. They don't have shit on the shelves.
Yeah, I know. People have different values here in the United States than they do in other countries.
And then when their car breaks, oh my god, can you help me out? Can you? Oh, now when we told you about it 6 months ago that this issue was going on, you didn't want it, but now I don't need it. Oh, you're trying to skip. Now what? Or you take it to some rinky-dink shop and they fucked it up even more, and now you're like,
the rinky-dink shops are going to disappear. The hack,
you think so?
Are going to go away. So? You got to remember, every year.
I don't know how there's not a law against them.
If you want to know why there's going to be such a problem in this industry, I can tell you how. I can tell you why you're going to have a big problem, and I can tell you how you can know there's a big problem. You know what it takes to fix the newest cars that come out there. You know what kind of equipment you need. You know this. You work at a dealer. Now take your ass and start walking through all the independents and all the chain locations and all that. And just remember, every year you see the brand new cars coming across out in your parking lot for sale. Remember, there's another whole generation of cars that just got buried in a junkyard. So before you know it, an old car coming in a dealership, or an old car coming to say an independent shop, an old car is going to be like a 2016, 17, 18. And that's already an older car for me. Do you know how many of the independent shops out there do not have proper scan tools, proper equipment, don't have 1, 2, 3, 4 YF equipment? They don't have any of this stuff to work on these new cars. You're going to see the shops drop left and right. They've fallen behind they don't have cradle tables. They don't have none of this shit. They're not prepared for the future cars. And the fact is, all that old junk that's been easy to work on, it's going away. I shouldn't call it old junk. I'm not saying it's junk, but all the old vehicles, slowly but surely, they're going away.
That is sad to know that a 2016 vehicle is fucking 10 years old, bro.
But I can talk to a lot of people that say, I never see a car that new. Dude, I live in Metro Detroit, man. That's 10 years old. That's 10 years of unibody rust taking place if you don't take really good care of your car. A lot of those 2016s are already piles of shit here. So anybody who watches like South Main Auto, Eric Go ain't bullshit when he says, "Wow, it's still on the road. It's 10 years old." I mean, it's uncommon in New York.
Yeah. All right, let's address this. This might be a question for the chat and or Quick Wrench. Hey, yo, bro, I need some help on my Jeep Gladiator. I changed the whole power steering system with hoses and gearbox. Little whine noise coming from the new system. With my expertise, you could be low on fluid. You could have an air pocket still in the system, or depending on the quality of parts that you got.
Jeep Gladiators should have an electric power steering rack that at most would have a little dinky reservoir for some specialized power steering fluid meant for a hydroelectric steering gear. But
so if they use the wrong fluid, that could be an issue.
Yeah.
Also.
I'm trying to picture of any of the Jeep Gladiators. No, Gladiator. Gladiator is Gladiator the
truck.
Jeep that
it's the Jeep truck.
Okay, so that has a gearbox. Yeah, that's a gearbox. I think that's an electrically driven pump, though. I still think that takes special fluid, depending on the year. What year do you say it is? It
doesn't say the year. See if he has a follow-up on it. I don't see a follow-up. What up, quick, Chris? You want to jump in, bro?
That's probably got the 3.6 in it. Or What four banger did they use?
It starts with weight, BP. Yeah. Okay. So here's a good one, Mark. Compare it to a doctor visit. It starts with weight, blood pressure, all that stuff. So your vitals, right? When they're checking your vitals, that's a mechanic doing their multi-point. There's people that get pissed off about doing a multi-point, but you don't go and cuss out the nurse when she's checking your height, checking your weight, checking your vision, checking your blood pressure, checking your blood sugar, checking your ears, checking your throat. Y'all don't get pissed off at that. Why do you get pissed off when we are looking your vehicle over?
Because you're gonna cost me more money.
No, that's the thing too. The power of the customer, y'all can say no to the repairs. It is only recommendations. You as a customer, you can say, no, I don't want to get it done today. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know my vehicle is up for these maintenance items, or you're starting to see an issue. But right now, we're just going to hold off on it. Thank you for letting us know. Though. That's all it takes. I did not want y'all trying to sell me shit I don't need. No. Your vehicle needs it. You may not need it, but your vehicle needs it. So it's up to you whether you want to take care of your vehicle or not. If you don't want to take care of your vehicle, that's fine. Don't waste our time. And what I mean by don't waste our time is don't waste our time by giving us hell. It's okay just to say, no, it's okay. I'm good. Thank you. What up, Wrenchin? Also, digital multi-points completely ruined. Hey, can you do this recall real quick? It's not just a recall. It's recall, inspect, DVI, and video. Yes. Yep. The only time I don't do a multi-point inspection is if the vehicle was here within the past month or past 1,000 miles. Because stuff can happen within time. I had a motor mount blow up on me while it was in my shop. And we thought the worst because they had just came from getting their oil changed. So we thought wherever they got their oil changed, they fucked up. But no, the motor mount just took a shit right there as they brought it into the shop. Peter, what's going on, Peter? Hit that like button, guys. Appreciate it. Now I'm more fleet, more like BFT. Rarely deal with authorization issues. If we need it, we get it. All types of box trucks, semis, 550s, tow trucks, big stuff now. Engine replacements, not repairs. Oh, we lost Shannon. BFT went back to it. Yeah, I think he's independent. I'll try to join in a bit, trying to calm down this nasty cough. Ooh. Man, I thought I was getting sick. I almost thought I was going to cancel today. And this was like on Tuesday or Wednesday. Man, my sinus was just pressure. I was like, oh my God, I think I'm getting sick. But I started feeling better yesterday without the cough, without all this other bullshit that comes with having the flu or whatever. So I was like, it was just allergies. Just allergies. The pair is polythermal. The pair? What do you mean, Mark? I don't know what you mean by that. Speaking above my understandings. They always want to add more stuff for us to do. They remove spiffs, but when we ask for the raise, nothing ever happens. Facts. Let the wages rise. I'm not quitting anytime soon. I can't quit even if I wanted to. The guy I'm training has only school experience. Oh, man. Which is fine. But I like to have them. I like them to have real world experience too. I had a guy, supposedly he was a farm boy, right? Farm boy. They work on their own stuff. They make shit happen. This will be a good fit for you, Fluff. He'll know what to do. Couldn't take off a couple bolts. He supposedly tried for like 30 minutes. Couldn't get the simple bolt. I went over there and got it for him in fucking seconds. I'm like, this is my first impression of this guy. Oh my goodness. Thought you were a farm boy. I thought you made shit happen. Looks like you were on the forum just watching somebody make it happen. Pay structure and shop life also turn people away. Flat rate, long hours, physical wear on your body, and feeling underappreciated make some techs burn out and leave for easier industries. that's one of the things I like about where I'm at now. We're a small shop, so the service manager and the GM, like they talk to us, they see how we're doing. They're in there with us, not making us feel like we're just a body. If you know what I mean. So it's not, we're of course we're gonna feel underappreciated in some way. But as far as our manager, like he's taken us out, he's done certain things for us to, hey, you know what, guys, this is my appreciation for y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all putting up with me. I appreciate it. And he lets us know regularly. Y'all use X Time. I kind of miss X Time. We're doing CDK service right now. Check Discord. Yeah, I saw that. Another big problem is how shops try to fix the shortage by throwing money at new hires. A new tech walks in the door making close to what a senior guy earns after 15 to 20 years in the Bay. That closes the pay gap in a bad way. It tells veterans all those years certs, busted knuckles didn't really matter. Yeah, and guess what happens to the new guy after he finds out he's not making the hours that he was promised? They leave. They walk. They're like, fuck this. I'm out. The politics. They walk. Our top service makes close to $200K. That's Volvo advisor though. I get along with my advisors. You're still at the at the Ford dealer. They get spiff on selling alignments on the drive, spiffs on tires. They make a lot of money on percentage on parts. They make money on EV battery warranty part. They make more money than the tech, replacing the HV battery. Yeah.
Service advisor made that much more money than a tech. I would quit being a tech and be a service advisor. I have no problem talking to a customer. I'll deal with that bullshit.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, they get, maybe it needs to be a thing where the technician gets a true commission off parts. Why do the guys not touching the part get the commission and not the tech?
Well, I'll tell you another thing that does
1% commission goes a long way.
Like Wrenchen brought up a fact about, the new hires get paid almost what a freaking guy that's been in the Bay 15, 20 years gets paid. I don't have a problem with what a new hire gets paid. I have a problem when they hire somebody new for more than what the people already working there are getting paid. That happens. That happens frequently. When they get desperate, they'll pay more than what they're, and it all becomes a hush hush. Try to keep it quiet, but they'll hire in another tech or two or whatever when they're short-handed or desperate, and pay more than the guy that's been with them for 10, 12 years and hope it never gets out. That's common in the industry. That's bullshit. What's also bullshit? Bottom line, what's bullshit in this industry? I got a question, Flip. How often does somebody just come up to you or sit you down once a year, twice a year, whatever? How often do you, as a dealership tech, you've been there how many years total in dealerships?
Going on 14.
14 years in a dealer. How often did you get somebody to come up and talk to you and say, hey, we're giving you a raise? Or they sat you down in the office, talked to you, gave you a review, and said you're getting a raise? Or do you kind of got to like him and haw and kind of threaten that you might go somewhere if you don't get more money?
No, not go somewhere, but I never really pushed for the raise up until like the last couple years I was there. But we would be like, hey, it's been some time, your prices on the drive have gone up, ours haven't. Other dealers are paying this much. And
I'm just saying that's been my experience. My experience in 30 years is if you don't threaten or pressure in this industry, nobody will pay you. They'll let you sit there quiet without pay increase for year after year after year and think, oh, he's happy. Don't give him shit.
Yeah,
you actually usually
they know when you're not happy.
Yeah, they actually have to sense that something ain't right, and then they worry about it. And I think that's bullshit in this industry too. Every year we should be seeing a pay increase because every year they're finding a way to increase their margin. Blame it on inflation. Well, if they're not paying more to people, where's the fucking inflation?
You know why? It's because, this technician is happy right now. He's putting out work. I'm not going to give him a raise because I want him to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And then once they see that the burnout is hitting, here's Here's this. No.
Yeah.
But I want to address Justin's comment because I've seen this across the industry.
All right.
I don't agree with it. So Justin said, I don't try upselling anything besides the things that are needed for the customer, but I put things down that need to be looked at, but don't try pushing anything that isn't needed. Justin, you know how much money you're leaving on the table by not making recommendations, services, stuff that you see is starting to fail, like control arm bushings, they're about 30-40%. You can't put a time on some things. They could hit one good pothole and their whole bushing rips apart because it's already torn. Closed mouths do not get fed. That's bottom line.
Actually, as professionals, isn't it our obligation to point out everything that we see?
Yep.
I mean, we do if we're doing a full vehicle inspection at our shop, we point out everything we see. If we see an oil leak, an active oil leak, we try to get a picture of it. We document it. If we just see some seepage or wetness around something, we'll document a little bit of seepage around valve cover, some seepage possibly around front crank seal. If it's not like literally wet and dripping, I mean, you're going to see some seepage.
I'll quote it. I'll quote it. Parts and labor. That way the customer knows.
We write down.
Okay, you know what? This is going to be something that I need to.
We document bad bushings and control arm. Anything we see like that, we document it all.
Yep. But you have to make recommendations, not just they're here for a battery, address a battery, and not even mention.
If you just address what the customer comes in for,
because some customers aren't going to know that their vehicle needs something.
The way a customer has been trained in the United States and their mind frame, the average customer here in the United States, if you just do what they are coming in for, you better have a hell of a lot of customers coming your way, or you're going to go broke.
Yep.
If you just do what a customer asks you to do. I mean, you got to inspect the vehicle. You got to make recommendations.
Here's the thing. A customer can be like, okay, you know what? Oh, I didn't know my vehicle was due for this service. Let's go ahead and get that addressed. Now you just gain an hour.
It's a really tough business. This is a really tough business because as an auto tech, whether you're the service writer, the technician, whatever, to many people, and I'm not going to say it all, to many people, we are the
later, Mark. Appreciate you coming through.
To many people, we are the enemy. We are evil. Me and Fluffy are evil. If you're a service advisor, you're evil. And they don't want to know anything more. Like they know they need front brakes, and they know that
Chris
overdue for an oil change. But just do my front brakes and just do my oil change. I don't want to know anything else wrong with my car.
Mark.
Just what they ask. You do their front brakes and you do their oil change. And they don't want to know anything else wrong with their car. So you do it, and they're driving down the road 20 minutes after leaving your shop, or 2 days after leaving your shop, or a week after leaving your shop, and they hit the brakes and say the rear flex hose pops. And now the pedal goes to the floor and the leaking brake fluid. One, we're legally liable for not documenting that hose was a piece of shit when we just did brakes on the vehicle. And two, that very customer that told us, do not look at anything else in the car. I don't want to know. Is going to be the first one kicking. They're going to be the first one kicking your ass for not letting them know that was a potential issue the last time they were in your shop.
Yeah, and unless they explicitly sign off that they do not want to.
That still don't matter legally speaking. God forbid there's an accident.
Well, if they ask not to, if they leave it legally, I mean, at least in California, if they say they don't want a multi-point inspection, we cannot give them one. But we are not liable. We have to. It's an extra line that we have to add on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not just a simple.
I'm just throwing an example there. That's how difficult our lives are as service writers, as technicians,
and not only does it have to be on the RO,
they don't want to tell us, but that's the very customer that'll smoke your ass.
Not only
that happens a week later.
Not only does it have to be on the RO, it has to be signed by the customer.
Yes, that specific line has to be signed by and. That line that was added has to be signed off by the service manager as well.
Like I said, we're in a really shitty business. If anybody,
I don't think people understand how important this multi-point inspection is. It's a legal document.
Yeah, it's a legal
Okay?
document. It's a legally binding
In
document.
fact, and sometimes I see people do it wrong. I don't know if Fluff, you were trained by that one guy in Express a long time ago, like 13, 12 years ago. That one dude with Nissan who would come around and train Express before we were, many years ago, before we even started like
Was he a big
renting.
dude?
He wasn't huge, no, but he was bald and he had glasses, and he would go all over the U.S. training.
I don't know if it's the same guy.
Maybe you had a different guy. Maybe
It was not big, but he was chunky.
No, it wasn't the same
No,
guy.
okay,
That's for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No,
But
no.
yeah, they were
But it's
they were
funny 'cause
quick
he
lanes.
was from Texas.
We touched on that subject a little bit last week with Joe.
Okay, but
You know what I'm talking about, Chris?
Point, though. No.
Joe, I'm talking Baja.
Oh, with Baja.
Yeah.
I remember.
We
Baja,
touched on Baja brought up the whole can't repair an airbag harness or airbag
Yep.
part. Some people will repair it. Some people will repair it. Most manufacturers say they're not to be repaired.
Did you see
No.
Did you see what happened?
But say for
He
instance,
put out the video.
Yeah, but say for instance,
Really?
say
Yeah.
for instance, I repair an airbag harness. Say there's a wire in the plug for the clock spring. I'm bringing up something in the steering column. I fix it. I rig it. I solder it. I think I fix it. Customer gets client, whatever you want to call him, gets in a bad car accident, and I documented it. My service writer documented it. That we fixed this, but no parts. That tells every attorney if this person gets in a car accident, he gets hurt, his airbag didn't go off. They're gonna have some fancy attorney out there is gonna want to know why the airbag didn't go off, and then they're gonna get all these experts in the industry, engineers, and all that. People that most likely would be our friends in most cases, but now it's paying them, so now they're our enemy.
Yeah,
and they're gonna say we were wrong, and the service writer is wrong. But guess what? I'm just going to get fired. That service writer is going to get fired because the service writers knows better than to sell a wire repair on the ABS. I know better than do the repair on the ABS. But bottom line is, this dealership's going to get their ass sued off. Why? Because I have no money. My service writer's broke too.
Not to mention a lot of the guys we're pumping through cars. Sometimes they'll overlook and be like, I don't need to do this. But to get technical here. Okay, when you're filling out multi-point, there's certain do's and don'ts, right? If, like, for example, if you're gonna mark the brakes red, you have to take off all four tires and take measurements from both sides. All 4 wheels have to be removed.
Well, yeah, you got to be 100%. You got to be accurate on those.
Correct.
You can't be within a very obvious margin of error. I mean,
but here's
you're not going to get your ass kicked if they're 3 millimeters and you wrote down 2.
Look, here's the kicker. Okay, if you're gonna mark them as green, you don't need to remove the wheels legally. You legally don't need to remove wheels. But here's the thing. Also, if you're doing a tire rotation, you have to, even if you're marking them green, you have to write down the measurement of which you took down on each brake line. Now, if you're not taking off the wheels, you don't need to mark the measurements as long as you're marking them as green. But if you are marking the measurements, that has to be with the wheels off. Okay, the only exception, and it gets that technical. Okay, and if they see on the multi-point inspection that they're marked red with no measurement, they're gonna be like, well, this is and this, and I don't understand exactly legally why that is. I just know that if the wheels are
our multi-point system won't even let us send it without a measurement.
Well, I can tell you. I don't know how you're in California. I don't know how things are there. I do have. I'm going to say in California, Chris, you have to be state certified in California.
State certified as far as like
I work tomorrow too, Richard.
As an auto technician.
In order to work at the dealer, or
to work
just
professionally
in general.
To work professionally in general in California, do you have to be ASC certified?
No, only for AC systems. Only for AC systems.
Okay, so just need AC recovery,
AC
and handling certification.
AC and I believe electrical cars. I believe. I'm not too sure.
What about you, Fluff? Do you have any certification that you're required to have in the state of Texas?
No.
All right. See, here in the state of Michigan, you are required to have a Michigan mechanic's license to work in a shop environment where you're charging a public customer money for the repair. You have to be a licensed mechanic and also be a licensed facility.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Now,
To
pass the Uber inspection, it has to be done by a licensed mechanic, certified in brakes, steering, and suspension, at least those two areas. But if you're ASE certified, you automatically get your state. Where I'm going with this, though, is I know of a situation here near me, a technician that I know, somebody came up, somebody he met in a bar, sitting there shooting the shit on happy hour, whatever the fuck he was doing, getting a meal before he went home. He got to know this person, and they're an Uber driver. And they said, hey, will you fill out my Uber inspection so I get my shit for the state of Michigan? And the tech sat there and pencil whipped it all, said everything was good, everything was fine, everything was dandy. Uber driver got in a bad car accident and inspecting his car. Brakes were bad. Tie rod broke off the car. That's what caused the accident. Tie rod popped out a joint at like 40 miles an hour. He lost control of his car. He's now suing the living hell out of this guy I know that's a technician. And it looks like he's suing the hell out of him as much as you could sue the hell out of my buddy. He's a buddy of mine. All because he bullshitted Uber inspection and he's a state mechanic in Michigan.
I'm gonna jump back to this whole not upselling stuff that doesn't look bad or whatnot. So real world situation. This is 100% true. It happened yesterday to my dad. He just recently, 2 weeks ago, I want to say, he just recently had his truck serviced at a Chevy dealer, right? Belt looks good. Drive belt looks good. Guess what happened on his way back to work from a doctor's appointment? Fucking belt shredded. It came apart.
Of course.
Time and mileage. Those things are stretch belts. They have constant tension on them. They wear.
That goes back to a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm just gonna throw something up.
And they never recommended one. 100K. That belt has 100,000 miles on it. He didn't know that he needed.
That goes for another thing. If you say you have the ability, say you have a dipstick on this vehicle, and you're checking the trans fluid on a Nissan, it's got 30,000 or 65,000 on it, and you say you have a dipstick. The trans fluid looks pretty clean, looks pretty clear, or it looks nice and red as automatic trans fluid would look.
Doesn't mean that the additives aren't breaking down.
Exactly. You don't know when the fuck it was changed. Sorry about this. You don't know when it was changed last. So, yeah, it's good that the fluid looks good according to what you think that fluid should look like. If it's CVT, it's not going to be red, of course. But
well,
I shouldn't say that.
Derek, we had the.
But I'm saying the most you can do is recommend it based on maintenance due to mileage, and let the customer say, "Hey, I've already had it done," or the service advisor's got records. Hey, this is already.
My dad's the type of person. If you recommend it, and he can afford it, he's gonna get it done.
My mom
did his transmission fluid, his brake fluid, and both filters his last visit, along with the oil change and rotate. He doesn't call me up and say, "Hey, they recommended this. Should I do it?" He hears our lives. He hears me talk. He understands that if they're recommending it, and it's an interval, get it done
forever.
Yeah. So when his belt threw, right? I'm playing the fuck. Dad, I want to see your multi-points. Did they try to recommend it? Have you done it? No. Take that fucking belt. I was here 2 weeks ago. Y'all didn't recommend this. When is it recommended? Be that fucking customer. And I called that dealership. I called the dealership. Hold on. I called that dealership and I said, "Hey, I got an issue. I need a drive belt installed. Can y'all fit it in today or maybe early in the morning?" Because the dealership he takes it to, it's closer to his house and on his way to work. "Oh, sir, we're gonna have to set up an appointment and we're gonna have to diagnose it, this, that, and the other." "Oh, that's not needed. I just want a price on it and see if y'all can do it. And then y'all can look over whatever y'all need to look over if he approves whatever." "Oh no, sir, that's not how we do it here, blah blah blah." I'm like, all right, that's fine. I got the vehicle towed to my shop and we put the belt on for him. an hour out of his way, but we got him taken care of. But the point is, just because it doesn't look bad doesn't mean it's not going bad.
Mhm.
Well, exactly.
It
That's
could
what I
have
was trying to
cost him
say.
a fucking engine.
Well, like say a stretch belt. What's your rule on stretch belts? You got to take it off. The car's got 14,000 miles on it. It's under manufacturer warranty. You got to remove the stretch belt. What's your rule with that? Do you replace it or do you use it?
I would say replace, but I don't deal
Doesn't
with
the
stretch belts.
manufacturer in their service manual say to replace it, never reuse a stretch belt?
I don't know.
I know Ford says never reuse, and I believe GM says the same thing, never reuse.
I won't know until I work on the new Armada, right? New Armada.
Yeah, because you guys don't have any stretch belts yet, do you?
Yes,
On the
on the
newest
new
ones?
Armadas. The new
Okay.
Armadas are
I'm
stretch
just saying, I know for a fact Ford says replace. You never reuse a stretch belt, and I know GM. I think GMM. Tell me, am I right or wrong? GM also.
When you mean
says
stretch
not.
belt, is the ones without the tensioner,
Yeah, stretch belt.
right? I've done those because I did a front timing
Stretch belts. When I grab my
the
hands,
timing
like,
chain, yeah. I did one on a Kia Sorento. I dropped the engine. I did the timing chain on it, and sprockets. But so I want to bring it back though. You guys are all making good points. My point on multi-points, okay, and I agree with all you guys. But here's my thing. There is a huge liability on these multi-points, and we can all agree, whether you like them or not, they're important, and we pretty much we're bound to them. We have to do them. I understand the financial point from it and the benefits from having the multi-points from both ends, from the shop / dealer / to the customer. I don't think we should be doing these for free anymore. I'll be honest. If we're gonna have
they're not free in my shop
such
anymore.
yeah, if we're
For
gonna
a half
have
hour a piece.
that much liability for something I did for free, something I was supposed to do for free, we should be getting paid on every single one. If they say it's that important, why are we doing these for free? We should be getting compensated. If the dealer doesn't want to charge the customer, that's fine. But the technician should be getting paid, whether it's internal, warranty, or if the customer's paying for it. And I
Here's the
guarantee
fucking
you-
thing, Chris. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
If they say this works, if they say and they know and they can prove that it's going to generate more sales, why are they not charging? I'm with you on the charging,
Well,
but
I'm
on
gonna
the
say-
videos, why are they not charging?
Well, that's
Even paying the technician. If
Mhm.
it works, they're gonna make up for it on the back end because they're gonna have the sales
Well,
to back up paying the
that's
technician.
Correct.
That's going to that. That's exactly what occurred in our shop, because I am now like shop foreman, the shop I'm working at. So I have a lot of input, and they listen to me about stuff. They take my opinion. They take it seriously. They wanted to go to the multi-point digital inspection, the whole 9 yards, and they wanted basically tech does it for free. And they said their argument was, you'll make money off anything the service advisors will sell. And I said, no, I can't talk to these guys. I can't get the rest of the team to stand behind me for free. I propose we're going to charge something to the customer. You pay the technician a half hour, 5/10 to do a proper multi-point inspection.
Mhm.
And we're going to charge the customer. I came up with the dollar amount of, our sales team can lower it. I came up with the dollar amount of $49.99 as of 2026. That's what we charge for a multi-point. So it's $50. But say you need brakes, front end work, all it. If that gets sold, we'll waive the $50.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Exactly.
Wait, we're not going to hide it in the repair. We're not going to pull the free diag shit. We're not
No,
going to pull
no.
the free diag shit and hide it in the repair. We're literally going to zap that $50 off the bill.
Mhm. Yeah.
And shop owner's like, well, I don't know if I like that. Oh, wait a minute. So now you don't like the fact that now you're putting the pressure on the sales team to make a sale happen,
Well, why not?
or you're putting the pressure to make the tech do it for free. and the sales team was relaxed if they sold
All
this.
of a sudden.
Well, why
All
not?
of a sudden, right?
Why
And
not?
then I told my owner,
Why
I
not
was
once
like,
it passes a certain dollar amount on the bill to waive that fee? Because I mean,
I'll
let's
waive
be
the-
realistic. If they
I
buy
will
an
waive
air
the fee if
filter,
they buy a
are you
coolant
gonna wait?
flush. I will waive their fee if they buy a coolant flush. I don't.
Okay, that's $200.
I'm
Okay.
saying I will. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit what it is. That's what we talk. But here's
Well,
what
I'm saying,
my-
what if they buy a fucking filter or rotate? Like, you know,
Probably won't. Well, the multi-point for
It's
$49.95
pretty
includes
easy
the
to exceed
rotation.
the $50.
The rotation is free with that $49.95 or $49.99 multi-point.
Yeah.
It's a free rotation because we're pulling the wheels. We're not. You're getting your wheels pulled for that $50.
okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I agree with
My
that.
shop
I
owner
can
says,
agree with
"Why
that.
the $50, Dave?" I told him. I told him. I said straight up. I said, "Gary, I've been doing this a long time. I've worked in a few environments." I said, one main reason is if you get a customer that comes in our store and they're not willing to spend $50 on their car, do we really want to deal with them?
Yep.
And he's
I've
like,
even-
"You have a hell of a point.
I've even made this
Why
point.
make it free? You know how much
If you
bullshit
wanna-
you're getting?
if you
have
want us
twice
to
the
do-
bullshit customers.
If you want us to do video multi-point inspections, give the customer the option. Hey, look, we charge this much for a video multi-point inspection. It gives you a clear breakdown, visuals, and everything. You want it? It costs this much. Take it or
Yep.
leave it.
We're using our own phone. We're using the data on our phone. We're using, and some people, I still
If a
know
customer
people who
cares
don't
for the
have
video, they will
unlimited.
say yes.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Well,
and I don't
dealership,
have-
you're at a whole different fight at the dealership level because, well, when would you do a multi-point on a dealer? Both you guys are dealer techs, right?
Every visit.
every vehicle,
So even the ones under warranty.
every vehicle except
Okay.
if they don't if the only time I've known it, the only time I don't do a
See, that's where you
multi-point
guys are at a
inspection-
disadvantage is you got warranty customers. You can't sit there and
Correct.
charge them.
The only
See, like,
time
in my business, we're building the dude. You come in my shop and you don't want to spend $50 in your car. I'm gonna be honest with everybody listening to me in chat and all. If you're not willing to put $50 in your car, dude, I mean, we won't even do an oil change for $50. So
Mhm.
you walked in the wrong door.
think of it as a copay.
That's the right door to walk out. If you're not willing
Yeah.
to put $50 in your car, especially if I'm
But
telling
they-
you, I'll refund it if you do the brakes. I'll refund it if you fix your tire out of your ball joint.
it's
the
it's not
only
gonna be a
time-
problem, though.
I don't
Dave,
want that
because-
customer that wants me to look at their car for free and tell them what's wrong. I'm not in the business to inspect and diagnose for free. I'm in the business.
The
Make
only
money.
time I don't physically do an inspection is if they're returning for parts put on, and or they were just here recently within the past couple weeks.
Well, I mean, there's
I
always
do the multi-point, but I will not.
exceptions.
I don't physically lay my eyeballs on everything. I'll just recommend stuff that was recommended last visit. So I
There's
basically
always
copy and paste it.
exceptions, though.
So
There is exceptions.
for
Yeah,
I won't do the multi-point if they don't attach. I mean, Fluff, do you guys use Dealer Logic still, or you guys use something else?
No, we're on a CDK service.
Okay, so on Dealer Logic, sometimes they won't attach it, and if they don't attach it, I will say, I will go up there and I'll be like, hey, is there a multi-point on this? And they'll tell me no, but I'll tell them, okay, you have to add the line. So
Yeah.
basically, if I'm verbally told or it has to be in writing not to do the multi-point inspection, or if the car is way too old, there's a certain at the dealer.
Well,
I
that's
think
another
it has
issue
to-
there. That's another issue
So
there.
here's-
You're in California. You're in Texas.
Okay,
you
so
don't even see close to the issues I see here in Michigan.
so
There
okay,
also is a
so-
point in
no,
time
no,
where
no.
the car is in bad enough shape, it's a liability to even do anything with it.
Exactly. So I forget how many years it is that we don't have to do a multi-point inspection anymore. I don't know if it's the same in Texas or anywhere else, but in California, after a certain amount of years, we don't have to do
Probably
that
10.
multi-point inspection, and they won't attach it. And
Probably
and they
after
always
10
tell me,
years.
like, it's too old, and unless they tell me, hey, they want to do the multi-point inspection, and I'll be okay. But the thing is, again, it comes down to the point where it's like, again, unless we're explicitly told not to do it, we pretty much do have to do it. But I know the point you were trying to make. Oh, some of your customers are warranty, and for those customers, it's not going to be too much of a problem because, again, the car's under warranty. If we find something wrong, obviously, if it's covered under warranty, we're obviously gonna fix it
Careful.
regardless.
Careful.
Yeah,
No, but what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say, Chris, what I was trying to say though, when you're dealing with warranty customers, what I'm trying to say, you work at a dealership, you have a percentage of customers that come to you
yes,
that
They're not
are
gonna
only
pay
coming
that
to you.
fee.
They're only coming there because they're under warranty.
you have
So
warranty.
you're not
exactly.
building a clientele with them.
Yes, yes.
That's what I'm trying to
So,
say.
so
What I'm
we
trying to
have
say is independent, having a certain price tag on stuff and saying, hey,
Mhm.
if that customer wasn't willing to pay me, I didn't want that customer. That kind of working on the clientele that you want to come in your business and
Yeah.
weeding out the ones you don't want. So that's why I
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
if you're dealing with warranty, you're
exactly.
screwed a little bit.
Y'all,
because
y'all can say no.
little bit.
We can't. We
That's what I'm
legally
trying to
have
say.
to. We
Disclaimer,
have to
trying to
look
say.
at those
disclaimer,
vehicles.
anything that we have to replace under warranty has to meet the requirements of us having to replace it under warranty. And obviously there's processes and all kinds of stuff and certain things we cannot do. And obviously there's certain gray areas and all that stuff. But the point is, ultimately, if it's warrantyable and they're covered under warranty and we follow all the proper steps and it's under, like, if we're able to do it, then obviously it's going to be like that. But for all the rest of the customers who are either like maybe they only have, they're already at like powertrain warranty, and their basic warranty is over and all that stuff, definitely still be charging them, and I'm sure there's something we can come to, but I definitely agree with the way you're doing it, man. Like, charge them $49.99 for the multi-point inspection, and like how Fluff said, right? If you want the video and all that stuff, pay for the video and all that stuff.
Well,
I think that we
it's
should
still-
be compensated for all that.
it still
stuff.
comes down to what you just said, though. It still comes down to bottom line. I'm going to ask you, Fluffy, why did you become a mechanic?
Because I'm dumb.
Well, besides that, why do you work on cars? Why is it that's what you chose for a living, working on cars?
That was my passion growing up.
But
Same.
what's your main goal?
Oh,
when you go to-
To fix something that's broken.
no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not your main
No,
goal.
no. Oh, to make money.
Yes, okay. Now, what's your
I thought
service
you were-
advisor? Why does your service advisor show up at the shop?
To make
To
money.
make money. Why is
Make
the
money.
dealership general manager show up at the shop?
To make money.
When he does show up at the shop once a month, but why is he
Yeah.
show up? To make money.
Money.
Why did the owner invest in the dealership, and why does he own the dealership?
Make money.
Make money.
Make money. So
Yeah.
why are you asking me to work free?
That
Exactly.
customer,
That's what
that
you say.
customer,
Why you
why do
asking
they go to
Exactly.
work? Why does that customer go to their
To
work?
make money, so they can spend it on their car. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm saying exactly. So the customer should not expect you to work for free, nor should the dealership
No,
owner,
no.
nor should the service manager. Nobody should expect anybody to be working free.
And
None of us are fucking there for free.
let's
We're all
clarify
there
one
for
thing.
profit.
Let's clarify one thing too. These customers, the ones that have warranty, they finance the car, and they bought it at a price that includes a warranty. So that warranty work is not free. They prepaid for that stuff. A lot of people are like, oh, warranty free work. No, have you seen how much cars cost? There's a reason they come with that cost, because they come with basic warranty, powertrain warranty, emissions, all kinds of stuff. They pay for that. Okay. They pay for that. That's why a car, I mean, if you don't want a car with warranty, obviously you'll go buy one, used and all that stuff that's out of warranty. It's going to be cheaper, but whatever. People are paying for that.
Let
and
me
it's
ask
not-
this. Okay, we're all about the mechanics, right? Let's flip it for the advisor. Should
Oh,
the
God.
advisor get paid for writing up the vehicle, dealing with the customer? They're doing work.
Yeah.
No, everybody should get paid.
Okay.
Nobody
And-
can
Yeah.
work for free.
So,
of course.
do you think it would make the advisor write up the vehicles properly? Because, Chris, I know you got advisors that you look at their write up and you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
I got the same
don't
thing.
even
They
get-
did- they
Because
just
you
tried-
heard me on the phone with them before.
If
Have you
they
ever
got
heard me on
paid
the
for
phone
it,
with them?
will they write it up better and get more information from the customers?
No, because it doesn't
No.
help their job.
You don't
know
think
why?
so?
You know what they want? They
No,
want a
you
good
know
answer
why?
from you. But
They
what
wanna
you have to relate
streamline their stuff.
Yeah,
You
but
have
here's
to
the
really
thing.
wanna
the
pass it
service
over to the
advisor, the
person.
better information
Here's the
to give
here's
you,
the thing too. Here's the thing
better
too.
information
They
you
don't-
can give
they're-
them to sell it.
they're not getting paid for it. So they're just okay. The customer said this. I'm just gonna write it up. Just write
Yeah,
it
they're
up.
putting it
Write
all
it
on you to figure
If
everything
they're
out.
if they're
Yeah.
getting paid for it, will they take? Will they write up the vehicle better?
Well, I understand what you're saying because what you're
I
talking
get what you're
about
saying.
probably is probably the number one
Here's where the
cause of
problem lies,
so-called
Fluff.
comebacks and customer complaints. It's not
Yeah.
addressing the customer's actual complaint
Well,
because the
here's
complaint was
problem
not
I-
relayed. to the
I'm just
customer.
trying to fight for the advisor as well because we're
Yeah,
so
I understand.
biased for ourselves. But
I get
the
what you're saying.
advisor
I get what you're
deserves
saying.
to get paid as well.
Yeah. I mean, the advisor gets paid a percentage of
Not
everything
off
that they
the-
write
not-
up.
If the customer declines and there's no diag and stuff like that, they're not getting paid. If we want to get paid for the multi-point, why
Okay,
aren't the
okay.
advisors getting paid to write up the vehicle?
Well, here's the thing, Fluff. I think the difference is that between your advisors and my advisors is that we're in California, and I think the way they get paid, although it's still obviously commission, a percentage, they're in California. Obviously, there has to be some kind of fallback.
Yeah.
Okay, our fallback
So-
is at 725.
He's in
bullshit.
California. Their advisors
No,
are still
Our
transitioning.
advisors are not at 725.
I'm saying
He's in
I'm saying,
California.
on the
Advisors
Yeah.
are
See, that's the
transitioning there.
difference.
No,
Okay,
something.
so but regardless. Okay.
Probably transitioning to like.
But here's the thing.
European or
Let's
something.
let's say advisors didn't have a fallback, right? If they didn't have a fallback, right? Here's the problem, all right? Advisors, in my opinion, are getting lazier and lazier. Like there's
Why?
They're
Why?
taking after the governor. They're taking after
No,
the
no.
governor.
Why?
Here's the thing.
Is
Here's
that
the
an
thing.
governor
industry
doesn't do a fucking
problem?
I'm gonna give you from my perspective. I can only tell you from my experience. Here's from my experience. They keep doing less and less work and putting the burden more on the technicians to do things, to the point where they're like, "Hey, this is not," and then they complain. They're like, "Hey, didn't you find this and didn't you find that?" And I'm like, "Hey, if you would have just asked this question to the customer, we could have avoided all this diet."
But
And
Chris,
here's the thing.
why? Why is that?
Why is that they're
Why is
not
it-
being okay?
Why is it that they're getting lazier? Why? I'm looking for a specific answer.
I know what he's looking for, I think.
In my opinion, why my specific advisors are getting lazier, I'll be honest. I think it's because there's less work.
The industry.
No. Oh,
It's the industry. The industry. That's what it's going to where they had.
Shit.
It's a trend. It's a trend, and if it's not the industry, it's because the service managers are allowing it.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's to the point almost at this point, and I'll be honest. I'm starting to think: do we really need advisors? Do we need advisors as much? And when I say as
To an
much,
extent, no.
to an extent that or do we just need somebody to just process the paperwork?
Process the paperwork. I'm all for it because I am the advisor most of the time.
That's
We're
my
in an
point.
independent world, though.
Yeah, those guys you talk to, they know you better than me.
Dude,
Fucking
have
dude,
an
that's what you
advisor.
pay for. I told them you'll be cool with them. If I
Literally,
say that,
think
they're
about
cool.
it. Think about and I have to and I
Later,
made a
Gretchen.
point to this.
Not as
I
cold
made a
as you,
point of-
Justin.
Sorry, I got
-5.
very behind on the comments.
I made a point about this. There's one advisor that I go at it with him all the time. And constantly he'd be like, "Oh, can you call? Oh, can you do this? Can you do that?" I'm like, so let me get this straight. We had an engine that I had to do on a Rogue, and
Oh my god.
he put first off he I sent you pictures and stuff on that one, right?
Yeah.
Flo? Yeah, that thing left already. And I mean, it left a while ago, but still, constantly things that he was supposed to do, which years ago, all our advisors, they would call into PCC and stuff, our warranty call center and stuff, and they would do specific things. He is so scared of stuff that I have to call in, that I have to do stuff. And I literally told him
I
right
didn't
in front
get
of
to
my
see
sales
that,
manager.
Dave. What's your temp there?
-9. Keep
And I
going,
literally
Chris.
told him, I was like, hey, are you actually gonna do any kind of work, or am I gonna have to do everything for you? I was like, and if that's the case, can I get your commission? Because he didn't do anything. He literally just cried to me and cried to me, hey, is it done yet? Hey, is it done yet? I'm like, dude, like, what do you want me to do? I submitted the form to TechLine. I did everything that I had to do, the process that they wanted me to do. I did this, I did that. All you had to freaking do was make one phone call and tell them this. And you couldn't even do that. You couldn't submit anything. He didn't submit jack squat. He couldn't say anything to the farm. I had to go take care of then our parts were restricted. I had to go take care of that too, while he still wanted me to work on the vehicle. And what does he do? Kick back while he gets paid a chunk on that thing, and it paid pretty good too. It paid pretty good on.
Was it
And I'm
warranty?
just like,
Oh yeah, it was warranty, right?
all he wrote down was vehicle struggling to start. Vehicle struggling to start. Check and advise.
I dealt with that
That's
on
all
like
he
8
had to
cars
do, and he
today.
made a chunk of change.
I dealt with that with 8
If
cars.
he would have, yeah, and like vehicle struggling to start. If he would have done,
I don't
and there's
think
so
you
many
understand.
times,
Yeah.
and if so, a lot of the times, and it's always, and it's usually him. A lot of times, like I had a customer come in, and you guys don't deal with this as much. We deal with a lot of emission stuff. The O2 monitor won't set, which is a really big issue on a lot of the Sentras, on the slightly older Sentras, right? Not just the Sentras, but it's been an issue. The electronic, valve overlap, or God, I'm tongue tied right now. The EGR / valve overlap, right? Monitors, O2 monitors, sometimes they won't set. And I was like, okay. He's like, can you just check it out real quick? And this is that. And he wrote it down. Oh, this monitor won't set.
I kicked
And I
the
was
heat
like,
up in this bitch.
He wanted, first off, he wanted me to jump it over all the other cars that came before. My stalls were full. I was like, dude, my stalls are full. Give me a minute. I want to. Like, no. Just do this, and that. Let's just do this, and that. I'm like, I don't work that way. I want to start from the very top. Like, oh, this, and that. And I was like, all right, you want to do that? I was like, we could, if you want to shotgun stuff, talk to the customer. If they want to jump in the front, then we're gonna do this stuff specifically, right? I said, did you ask him this? Did you ask him that? No, yeah, this, and that. He just wanted me to rush through it. Well, anyway, long story short, okay, baby, I'll go there right now. I'm gonna wrap this up because I gotta put the kids to sleep. But
All right.
Long story short, if he would have asked one question, this whole process, and we had the car here for 5 days. We had the car there for 5 days. If I told him, hey, ask him if he's replaced any parts on this car. Guess what he happened to replace on this car?
The O2
And it happened
sensor.
to look, the O2 sensor. It looked factory until I took a really good close at it. He's like, oh, by the way, I just talked to him. I was like, hey, before I do all this stuff, ask him. He's like, just do it. Just do it. And I'm just like, dude, you're so rushed into things. You're so worried about a dollar sign. You forget that we're here to fix people's cars. That should be the number one thing first. Okay. Yep. I know we're here to make money. But we're doing the job to get paid that money. So we have to do the right thing to get paid that money. I was like, we just went there. He was mad at the customer for not telling him. I was like, the customer brought it to us to figure out what was going on. You're the detective, right? You're the detective. You're the one who has to find out and say, hey, have you done this? Have you done that? There's a sheet that we have. Hey, does this happen when it's hot, when it's cold, when you're driving, when you're turning?
That's a lot of work to ask all those questions.
Yeah.
The customer don't want to answer them because if they say, yeah, it might be more expensive. If they say, no, it could be more expensive. You got to understand what the customer.
What up, DLC for Christ?
Jesus Christ.
Derek's like, nap time, Chris. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got to put this.
I'm getting bored.
But anyways, my point is like, if they want us to work faster, why not?
Why wouldn't you? You're in California.
Make us. Why don't you make the path to that easier, right? Why do I have to go up and say, hey, can you put the oil maintenance records on there? They should know that. They should know. I go and ask them the same questions. Why are they coming to me for labor op codes? I'm like, you're the advisor. Go look it up.
God, I wish you were going backstage. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, why are you telling me this? I told to my service man, you want us to work quicker? Stop putting more load. We need to focus on diagnosing these cars and fixing them and storing them to get them out. Not doing their jobs, because that's going to slow us down. And not to mention, we have sometimes we're stacking on vehicles and we're diagnosing more cars at once.
Yeah.
Our minds are
Let me help
trying
you,
to
Chris.
figure
You
out.
had me at hello.
You
Appreciate that. Quick.
Oh, you had me.
Fucking with you guys.
And
I'm doing it for
I'm trying to
entertainment for the whole
remember
chat.
wire diagrams. I'm trying to remember what car was doing this. I'm trying to remember the alphas on this one. Or did I send that to Tech Line and all that stuff? Why are you gonna put me to do extra stuff that has nothing to do with me? Like something that you can do, you know? So that's my point.
That's why I said it boils down to the service manager and what he allows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
But let me blast through the comments. Chris,
Derek
if you
G,
want
welcome
Yeah,
to the
let's just
family.
shut the fuck up because he got blast.
Chris, if you want to come in like 15, 20 minutes, hopefully we're backstage. I want to talk to you about stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me blast through these
I'll
comments
put
and
the
then
girls to sleep, and then I'll probably be like whispering and stuff on backstage.
all right,
But
that's cool.
okay. All right.
All
See you
right.
guys.
Later.
Later,
Justin, I guarantee you there's some stuff that your vehicle needs at 115K. Definitely. You don't want me looking at your vehicle. It's definitely close to the high was -7. Damn. Justin, how you been? Yo, flow. Let me see. I'm just gonna blast through them, guys.
Blast.
What's up, Chris?
Take off.
Very true. All the old vehicles are going away, and even more saddening is that manufacturers have made the vehicles to the point home mechanics really can't work on them, depending on what it is. But that's a liability issue.
Great. That is great that home mechanics can't work on these cars anymore. These boy, they've been fucking them up for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Continue. I'm sorry.
That's the truth, Justin. That's the truth, and it ultimately costs the customer more money when they do that shit.
90% of the time.
I'm good, bro. Thanks for asking. Hop on, Derek, you still trying to come in? We need 24 likes. What up, Wrenching? Come spring, I have to buy new hood. Skeleton found almost rusted apart. Oh my god,
that's
bro!
A half hour behind. Haul ass.
That's an hour behind.
Yeah, hour. Shit, I'll start.
Damn near. What up, Derek? What's up, Derek?
I'll start waxing my ratchets.
Keep to a regular schedule, Fluff, and one early if needed. All right. Finger okay, pinky up, sir. What up, Fluff and everyone? Is it me or all the plastic parts on new cars last way less than
snap?
It just depends on the part that you're talking about. But the plastic they're using has come a long way. Arthritis. We already talked.
Arthritis. I said that 2 hours ago. What the fuck?
I was still at the Ford dealer. I still document everything I see. But even you got to document stuff that's due by time and mileage.
I said that so long ago. I've already been treated for the arthritis. It's gone.
Mark, take care, Mark, like Mark. You know, I wonder if inspections are legal documents. Can someone sue a tech dealer if a tech is making shady wrecks, like saying someone needs bushings, but they just have those normal small cracks in them? I don't know.
It's a very good point.
I mean, that needs to be corrected on the at the management level, you know. Have OCD because of this industry. I triple check my stuff. Yeah, our manufacturer allows us to. That's crazy. You know, they said they always told us not to, and then they came out with a recall to wire splice in and put new connectors on a certain model. I was like, what? I thought we're not allowed to solder SRS components. Coming in after shoulder wrenching, yes, I'll try to do work tomorrow. I use brake pad measurement every time. I use my ichrometers when it's brake pads, unless the wheels are coming off, or unless I see that they're real low.
They get pissed at me for using the ichrometer, and I told them,
but we have enough experience that we can see.
No, I told them I don't give a shit for you guys. Told me Harbor Freight's good. I bought an ichrometer from Harbor Freight.
This guy.
Hey, don't get mad at me. Get mad at Icon.
I need to do water pump on 5.3, Derek. What you think? Ooh, on yours? That water pump looks like a pain in the butt. My week been nuts.
Got to do a water pump on what?
On 5.3.
Oh, that's great.
Never seen a mechanic
like Chinese dinner.
I'm just saying he's talked about it a lot. what you're wrenching at least doing water pump on a 5.3 is easy. It looks like a pain in the ass 21.
No, it's
Never mind,
easy.
a little more work
5 minutes.
on the 2000s. Man, I mean, on the 350s, they were 5 minutes.
No, 2 minutes and 350.
The hardest part was getting the fan off. That was the hardest part.
1 minute.
Oh, easy for you, man. Do you have to vacuum fill this? Vacuum fill every cooling system, Mafia. Wrenching, always. Let's say it's the best thing to do.
That is the most tiring part of my day is having to suck all that shit.
Well, don't do it. Saving the belt or replacing it. Do wrenching. Replacing belt. Does AC compressor have to be moved to the side? Ooh. Derek, most belts on the 5.3 are stretch belts. Yes, I got the tools. Or just put it on with the tool. Very aware. They said to leave alternator on bracket.
The easiest way to get a stretch belt on is to put it in hot water. So, like, you got a coffee pot at your shop, grab the coffee pot, put the stretch belt in the hot water, the coffee pot, wait about 5 minutes, and then put the belt on the car.
You're lying.
Dude, you really, I was holding a straight face. I'm trying really hard.
Oh, I was like, I was like, I couldn't tell.
Pop was going to go to work tomorrow.
I'm like,
put a stretch belt in the
that don't even
coffee pot.
sound right.
That was bullshitting.
But
That was advice I heard from Scotty Kilmer. I am so
Oh.
fucking sorry for repeating.
Kilmer.
I'm so sorry for repeating the
what
words
the
of
hell
God.
does it mean? Yeah. Most Fords are always replaced with stretch belts. Most every bolt gets replaced per Ford manual. Also, that's a lot of manufacturers going that way. Too.
Volvo and
Yeah, we
Ford got
replace
the
the belt
trash
pretty much
can
every time.
symbol. Throw everything in the purple goes in the trash can.
Our manufacturer has a picture of a trash can when removing stretch belts.
Yeah. Volvo, Ford.
They do the MPI more as a lawsuit liability, not so much for inspections. That's pretty much everywhere. They have us use X time. I didn't mind X time, but Dealer Logics is where it's at, to be honest. Weight wrenching, you talking about the belt to the actual pull the pump, or you talking about pulling and pump it? So to remove actual water pump. Oh yeah, bro. AC needs to come off. Easy job. Wrenching, when I was supposed to do a 21 Chevy water pump, it had 4 hours in Mitchell. All the way, 13 and a 5 mil. You gotta pull the stud, then you have to depress the clamp nut on the back of the compressor. Gonna have to fight. Easy wrenching belt is the hardest part. Thanks. Just make sure you get that cinch nut pushed out with a big or something on the compressor. I hate it when they put multi-point on a car that comes in for wiper blades and the car was just in a couple weeks prior. Yeah, that sucks. That's when I just copy and paste. There's no room to do it otherwise unless you evac the system and pull it off. Then you build it 2 hours to evac and recharge it. I'm in Wisconsin. If frames are rusted through, we put them out of service or parts are no longer available. Even though secondhand parts stores, we have to let the customer know.
I figured they'd just like put some cheese
Right, Richard.
and call it a day and move on.
She's all right, Richard. Rest easy. I just recently worked on a 98 6500 Chevy for a fuel issue. Took me a bit to figure out what was causing the issue. Found out the pump and sender was causing the issue the whole time. Engine was a 7-liter gas. I ask questions with my advisors all the time, so I know. And also, I give them info, what I see, what makes things easier for me finding the vehicles in the lot. I have one that's pretty good as a service advisor. I'll take his advice and go look at it. However, this week we both got cooked. How cold is it? Heat wave. Well, it's still -5 if you still.
It's actually -9 according to the
Damn.
It's cold.
been-
I don't know. -9, -8, -20, -1, 2 degrees, 4 degrees. It all feels the fucking same. I'm telling you.
The hell, why you got to take them in? Yeah, trees cut down 2 days ago. Huh. Nap time. GMM. He's not mad, Dave. He's passionate. Fluffy, Mr. Fluffy. What's up, dude? Thank you for the $20 donation, Mr. DLC. Me too, GMM. Quick wrench. Help me, help you, Chris. You had me a hello. Appreciate that. Quick. Welcome to the family, Chris. Since November, we are using
I went to Saturday.
Desert Rate and X Time for our record. And ROS. Oh, Dealer Track's all right.
Like, do nothing
Give me one when you're ready. All right, Derek. Be here in about 5 minutes. Damn, all the way behind. Yeah. Dave, can you see anything with the light on that thing? That's like 3 feet away from the actual ratchet.
Dude, this thing is beautiful. You can eat your lunch and change spark plugs.
You don't. Yeah. Good idea. All right, we're coming down to the bottom. I'm gonna buy a couple coffee pots. No, Derek. I liked MPI Edge. I miss it on X Time now. Yeah, we went from fuck. We went ate it. We went from dealer Logics to X Time, and now I'm on CDK service. And it's the X Time. You click on an option, it pulls up another screen, and it has to think. And then you click something, it thinks again, and then you add parts, then you apply it, and it thinks. Same with CDK service. The only thing CDK service seems like it's a bit longer to make your recs and write them down and get them.
I can't stand that shit. That's why I got divorced when she started thinking. I was out to pick.
Dealer Logics, it was click, type, click, type. It was just add parts, check. It was none of this thinking bullshit that the other two have to do.
See, you guys thought I was bullshitting. I'm telling you, somebody thinks like me.
I like
somebody thinks like me.
The only thing I like about Dealer Logics or Dealer Track is that your queue or all the vehicles you have in your queue is listed. With CDK, you don't know what you have, so you have to fucking memory or actually have the keys or RO on you. I'm buying coffee pots for coffee cans and stretch bills. Just the CDK is high tier mid. I don't know what I wish I could get the good from Dealer Track and the good from CDK and merge them. That would be awesome. Dealer Track only let us use 450 character. Yeah, that's another thing as well. With Dealer Track, CDK doesn't have a limit. But guys, that's the end of the comments. We're gonna take it backstage now. So hopefully y'all have a good weekend. Don't get fucked up by the cold. Don't be in your garages with the vehicles on. Fuck all that. You have generators. They go outside. You know, be mindful. Be smart. Don't get too crazy with this shit. It's only a couple days. So y'all have a good night. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Stay warm. And we will see y'all next Friday. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.